Welcome. All right. Okay. All right. Let's go now. All the people who are here for their first time, they're like, who the heck's this guy? The only thing you need to know today about how to use jjeori is that it goes directly after a word. Most of the time, almost all the time, it will go after what's known as a counter word. There are some other words you'll see it used after as well, like how many, but typically it'll go after a counter word. And what it means is an amount of something. But you can also think of it as meaning worth of, like an amount of something. So that amount is worth whatever. Or it can be used for just a number, like how many numbers of something, like 3 of something or 10 of something, like that. But the core meaning is just it's an amount of something. It's the amount of whatever word it's used after. So if you have the counter word one for money, 1,000 won, 1,000 won. 1,000 is a number, so you have 1,000 won, right? A counter word is just something that you use to count things with, like 1,000 what? Is it 1,000 won? Is it 1,000 monkeys? Is it 1,000 slices of cheese? 1,000 whatever? That's the counter word. So in this case, if we have one jjeori, it's going to be one word sticks together. So you would have one jjeori, which means something worth 1,000 won or an amount of 1,000 won. That's all there is to jjeori. But what makes jjeori a bit complicated is that the translation of jjeori is almost never worth or amount or number. It'll have a different translation for every single counter that it's used with. Let me give you a really quick example. 1,000 won jjeori, 1,000 won amount, something worth 1,000 won. When you use this jjeori with the counter one, the most common way to translate it, or one common way to translate it, is either just worth, like 1,000 won worth, or valued at 1,000 won. So in this case, when you use it with money, you might want to translate it as valued at, or maybe if you have a 1,000원짜리 coupon, you have a coupon worth 1,000 won. You can think of it like that, or a coupon valued at 1,000 won. So every counter that you use jjeori with will likely have a completely unique translation. So let's do an example. 5,000원짜리 우산. So before we look at the whole sentence, let's just look up to this part. 5,000원. So 5,000, 5,000 won. So 5,000 won. jjeori, worth of, or an amount of, or a number of. So let's try to look at it like that. So amount of 5,000 won. So worth 5,000 won, or 5,000 won, whatever comes after it. So in this case, let's look at it like that. 5,000 won umbrella. That's it. You could translate this as an umbrella worth 5,000 won or an umbrella that's valued at 5,000 won. But in this case, we could actually just read it directly and say 5,000 won umbrella. So now you can see that this word jjeori can be used to connect a noun, specifically a counter word, with another word directly. So now we have the meaning of not just 5,000 won, an umbrella. Now we have a 5,000 won umbrella. So it's useful for connecting a counter word, kind of like an adjective, directly before another noun, right? Because if you just said 5,000원 우산, it just means 5,000 won, umbrella. This is how you connect words together that have a counter in them, meaning an umbrella that is worth, that is valued at, that is the amount of 5,000 won. So 5,000원짜리 우산이, so a 5,000 won umbrella is 낫다. This verb 낫다 means to be preferable or to be better. So a 5,000 won umbrella is better than 보다 a 5만원짜리. In this case, 5만원. 만 won is 10,000 won. So this is 10,000. So 50,000 won umbrella. So a 5,000 won umbrella is better than 보다 a 50,000 won umbrella. 5,000원짜리 우산이 5만원짜리 우산보다 낫네요. So let's do another example. 3시간짜리. Now, 시간 means time, but when you're using 시간 as a counter, so when you're using a number before it, 시간 means hours. So 3시간 is 3 hours. Something that is worth 3 hours? Something that is the amount of 3 hours? Maybe. Something that is 3 hours as a number of whatever comes after it. So 3시간 is 3 hours. 영화 is movie. So we could just skip all of the translation nonsense and go straight to 3 hour movie. 3-hour long. 3시간짜리 영화를 봤더니. So I saw a 3-hour long movie, and then what happened after that was 너무 피곤해요, and I'm so tired. 3시간짜리 영화를 봤더니 너무 피곤해요. So I saw a 3-hour long movie, and as a result, I'm so tired. 5살짜리. So here, 짜리, again, worth of, or amount of, or number of, in this case, 5 years old. So a 5-year-old child. A is just short for I. So a 5-year-old child, or a child that is 5 years old. 5살짜리 애가. So a 5-year-old, 어떻게, how? 요리하다 is to cook. So how could a 요리를 해요? How could a 5-year-old child cook? 5살짜리 애가 어떻게 요리를 해요? How could a 5-year-old cook? 거기서. So over there, 120층. 층 is the counter for floors in a building. So 120층짜리 건물. 건물 is building. So a 120-story building. 도 also 봤어요. So I also saw a 120-story building over there. 거기서 120층짜리 건물도 봤어요. 어제, yesterday, 2m, 2 meters, 짜리. Again, something that is worth or something in amount that is 2 meters. 오징어, squid, 잡았어요. So I caught, 잡다 is to catch. So I caught a squid that is 2 meters, in this case, long, because it's meter. Or you can just say a 2-meter squid. So yesterday I caught a 2-meter long squid. 어제 2m짜리 오징어를 잡았어요. 동생, younger sibling, 에게. 에게 can mean to a person, or in this case, since it's 받았어요, 받다 to receive or to get, it is from. 5장. 장 is used for flat things, most often for sheets of paper, although it can also be used for t-shirts, since those are also flat. 5장짜리 편지, a letter, 받았어요. So I got a 5-page letter. 동생에게 5장짜리 편지를 받았어요. So I got a 5-page long letter from my younger sibling. 5만. Again, 만 is 10,000, so 5만, 5, 10,000 is 50,000. 1짜리. 한, as in one, 장. So like pieces of paper. So like one sheet. So a 50,000 one sheet. We actually don't even need this to understand what 5만 원짜리 means. Again, look at the literal meaning. 짜리. Something that's worth, or an amount of, or a number of. In this case, something that's worth 50,000 won. Well, what else is worth 50,000 won besides a 50,000 won bill? So something worth 50,000 won is also just a 50,000 won bill. So you'll often hear 원짜리 used just to mean a bill. And then the rest of it, 이면 돼요. Literally, if it is one of these 50,000 won bills, is it okay? Does it work? So just one of these is what it means. Just one of these 50,000 won bills? Just 50,000 won is how you can translate this sentence. 5만 원짜리 한 장이면 돼요. 이건, which is just short for 이것은. So this thing, this, 얼마짜리예요? So 얼마 is how much. So how much is this worth? 이건 얼마짜리예요? How much is this worth? So that is our lesson for today. That is everything you need to know about 짜리. Thank you for coming, and I'll see you again next time. 그럼 다음에 또 봐.